We've always discussed it. Everyone kind of finds themselves in that dating situation where you say, what would you do if I was, hospitalized or I was in a coma? Everyone talks about it. You never really think that you're actually going to have to live it, especially not at 33 years old, but here we are. Do you remember any of it?
No.
So December 1st to about January 15th is when she was able to finally get a little bit of a muscle to fire in her right leg.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
You did.
Leading up to that, she had been completely paralyzed on her right side. We got transferred over to Mary Free Bed on February 1st.
Her story is just one that kind of captured all of us right from the get-go.
We are looking at multiple strokes or the ruptures of those aneurysms. We're also looking at what we call an anoxic brain injury, so the brain not getting enough blood because of the cardiac arrests.
When she came, she was just starting to do a little bit of ambulation.
In the beginning, we had to follow with a wheelchair because her husband said she's a perfectionist. A lot of times when she felt herself like, ooh, this doesn't feel right, I feel like I'm gonna fall, she would just suddenly try to sit in the middle of the hallway.
Speech therapy, we have worked on communication, we have worked on eating and drinking, we have worked on cognition. In order to fully participate in physical and occupational therapy, you need to understand directions, you need to be able to sequence different tasks, you have to be able to recognize and correct mistakes.
She is playing tennis.
Speech therapy for my wife has been major. I would say single-handedly her aphasia has been her biggest issue to overcome. And the speech teams have been so involved in making sure that they worked alongside you.
We actually started for the first week with what we call automatics, so counting, singing familiar songs like Happy Birthday, and then from there we've moved on to naming pictures, reading. She has a really good strength in reading. And then slowly but surely, we're trying to have her initiate more of this, use more spontaneous language.
Them giving the support of allowing our kids to be able to be here alone was such a major change. That alone, I would say, was 50% of the motivation for her.
And at first we had the kids come in and okay, throw the ball to mom, and as OT, I'm working on weight bearing through the arm, that kind of thing, but just getting the kids involved, and you could just see Morgan's face light up.
Has it helped a lot? Has it been a major push for you to have your children be able to see you?
Yeah.
So we've been working on a lot of picking things up off the ground. I'm like, oh, you're picking up your kids' toys.
So we were working in the gym here, and I said, okay, we want one kid at a time, and we worked on just giving them a hug. So getting that right arm around them and just trying to really squeeze. So just things like that makes it feel more personal.
Morgan, can you say their names?
Isabella, Isaac, Amelia, Catherine, and Claire. Stephen and I talk about this all the time. Where does she go from here? What is the rest of her life going to look like? And we don't have all of the answers, but if she can accomplish this much in 3 weeks, I keep telling him, imagine where she'll be in 3 months, 3 years.
But long term, I'd like to see her be able to, walk through the grocery store with her husband without him having to worry that she's gonna fall.
I'm so incredibly impressed and proud and overwhelmed with emotion seeing what she's accomplished.
I am ready to go home. Good one.
Life is tough. You really never know what you're going to be given. And some people's walks in life are harder than others. But if you're willing to try and you're willing to try to not give up, there's always a way. And it might not be easy and it might not always be fun, but when you look back on it, it's definitely rewarding.